your sweet redemption. I will never let you down. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey, baby, how you make me sway. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brand. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brand. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. Saw you rolling steady, took it kinda heavy. Baby, I'm a loving kind. Jaded loving hazard doesn't really matter. Baby, say you will be mine. Take my affection and my safe protection. I will always be around. Will it ever get sunny? Oh, I wonder, honey. I'm tired of being in the line. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brain. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brain. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brain. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive line. You say you will. I'm calling your addictive brain. You say you will, yeah. I'm crossing the obsessive I wasn't ready for a late night call. I wasn't ready to fall totally in love. A distant light over the mountainside. I've got my reasons why I'm in this game for life. But I will get at the truth somehow. You can blame anyone else for what you've done. I'm leaving the crossfire. I'm a stranger to this feeling, and my soul is leaving the crossfire. It ain't in it now.
sliding since I don't remember when. In and out of consciousness, while others might be stressing out, we rely on our facade to help us out. And it's obvious now, finally, I know you're gonna underplay it, but it's time to move on from this. We're derailing, and we're not what we used to be. So life is different than we imagined it would be. We're not the first, we're not the last. While others may be restless too, we were always far ahead, me and you. And it's obvious now, finally, I know you're gonna underplay it, but it's time to move on from this. We're derailing, and we're not what we used to be. Underplay it, but it's time to move on from this. We're derailing, and we're not what we used to be. Underplay it, but it's time to move on from this. We're derailing, and we're not what we used to be.
Oh boy, yes indeed. That's how we get things started here with a nice 10-minute musical interlude during which I'm supposed to be kind of composing myself and getting my breath under control, but you know me, I just love music so much that I end up singing right through it, and I'm a little out of breath here at the start of the stream. Not anything unusual. Welcome back to Roleplaying Unlimited. Proudly celebrating our 4th year on Twitch, and I guess it's been about a solid year since we've been streaming live to YouTube and Facebook as well. We've got the whole multi-stream thing going on here. Woo! Perfectly in tune with our Coalescence story, which I hope you've been catching some of our comprehensive overview over the last week and a day, as we've gone as far back as our very first stream in 2021, the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus module. We also saw how that campaign kind of wrapped up. We actually don't have a recorded stream for the last session. I think we played that off stream. I was, not to get too much into it, but we were kind of back and forth in 21-22. Some weeks I would stream, some weeks I wouldn't. It was a big mental health period, so at least nowadays, it's very much the show must go on. Regardless, we stream it, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's okay. And we've got our continuance of week 15 here. This is our second day in a row of streaming, our third session in 2 days. We've got 3 more nights after this for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So let's get further into the adventure right now. Slight rewind though, as I was saying with the comprehensive overview. Going back to all those old streams, they do have a bit of a tie-in to what we have going on here in 2025's campaign. So some cool stuff going on there, some unexpected links as well.
What's about to happen is going to be hard to watch.
Maybe. It might be fun. It might be entertaining. It might just be painful, though. Good evening, everybody.
How's it going?
Howdy.
Hi.
Oh, woo. Good to see you all. Hope you're having a good start to your week so far. We've got the Orange Titan still in progress here. Just a little bit of setup here with the turn order, and then I think we are good to proceed. We're actually we're still switching around some characters here. We lost one of our extras, but we got a new permanent at the table here. Hopefully, welcome back, Jim. Good to see you, buddy.
Great to be back.
Heck yeah! I think the last time we played together might have been 2021. As I was discussing.
Really?
Yeah, as I was starting to say at the start of the stream, we've been going back through some of our archives and streaming the old Baldur's Gate campaign from 2021, which we did finish in 22. But I think your character Zhang Hun was NPC status by that point. Like we had. We kind of overhauled that entire party due to real-world scheduling things. So the party that ended the campaign was not really the party that began that campaign. And then I don't know that you've played any of our stuff since. I think life and all that has just caused our paths in different ways until this very moment. So yeah, glad to have you back.
Oh, I'm excited.
Very cool, very cool. We've got one of our largest maps constructed here. This is an abnormal map in one respect. Jim will be the only one who really needs to get up to speed on this. And here's his character starting right over in this house. He's currently going through some scavenging when he is made aware of something going on right around the corner. Sounds like somebody's fighting a zombie over here, but we'll deal with that in due time once we get into the initiative. The squares on this map, the scale is kind of weird, so I've made each square 2.5 feet. That's why all of our tokens are 2 squares by 2 squares. They're twice as large as they should be, but that kind of makes up for the scale on the map. It also means that if your character can normally move 6 squares, you can move 12 squares on this map.
Okay.
And with that out of the way, let's have you roll initiative for your character, because, yeah, you've heard some stuff going on out in the city streets here of whatever this neighborhood is that you're kind of caught up in. You're basically just kind of scavenging and looking for supplies for the next day, when it becomes quite obvious that there's some heavy shit going on out in the streets. And wow, look at that. We're going to all of a sudden take the second spot in the initiative with that. We're going to split between Celeste and the big bad itself, as it were. And now that we got that, let's get up into the thick of it. Here is our primary combat going on here on the... this is actually technically the west side of town. The north side is the east part of the map where we came in from, but it really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But we're out here on the train tracks facing off against the Orange Titan, this nasty undead dragon-looking thing. And that, did that thing just, or no, the map scaled out. That's what happened. Celeste and Skullcrusher and Grixalot are currently in combat with this thing. However, yeah, I need to do a page reload on the player side of things. I'm having a syncing issue once again because Skullcrusher is not here with us tonight. and his token should not be visible. I've already ghosted it to the appropriate layer, but it still wants to show up.
Maybe he just wants to be here in spirit.
Maybe. and what do we got? Okay, we're way over here. Let's see. Hey, Brad, you're still here. Check out the big brain on Brad. Okay, that's perplexing. What if I... Alright. Let's bring you back. Let's ghost you again. That didn't work either. Alright, I'm just going to remove the token entirely from the map. I don't understand what's happening. Kimberly, you've got our top initiative here, though, and you're right up against this thing. You just lost your flank bonus, unfortunately.
Gosh, dang it. Okay. Well, I guess that answers if I'm moving.
It sure does.
Alright, and I'll start swinging away.
Alrighty. Let's get our character sheet. A 20 is going to hit. A 27, by extension, is going to miss because this thing has a fluctuating armor class.
Uh-huh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Makes total sense. Yeah.
A 16, 17, 23. Oh, I'm sorry. The fire is only on a critical strike. I need to remind myself of that every game. We'll get the hang of it.
That was confusion last week. It does it automatically deals an extra 1d6 of fire. It also, on a crit, will erupt into flames and then also deal more damage. I just reread it because
beautiful.
They were about it.
Well, that's 7 more damage then.
And that's my bonus.
Oh, it hurts in the heart.
That's awesome.
Ouch. 28, 30 points of damage straight up, just like that.
Celeste has been flung around a lot the last couple sessions, going back and forth, and she's not happy about it.
Indeed. Okay, so I've used the purple, which I guess I'm substituting for the orange. In this case, point being, I think I've already used this. Normally I would track that kind of thing with an orange dot, though, so let's get on the same page with that. Purple is for legendary actions, with which this thing has 0 of. Anything else for your turn?
That is everything.
Alright, so now we're going to pass it to the debut of one Thunderfoot Lee. Let's get a look at this guy and also get a brief description of him from Jim before we roll into the turn.
So Thunderfoot Lee is a halfling monk. He was raised in a monastery by a Sifu Thunderbeard, who is a dwarf who wanted to teach all of the smaller folk how to use kung fu to defend themselves. So he went out on a training journey into the wider world. I don't really know what's going on in the campaign, so I think my character doesn't really know either. He's just kind of like, what? They're undead? What's going on?
That does also fit with our campaign theme and helps introduce new characters into a state of confusion. I don't know how much I've told you about the Coalescence, but it is literally just that. It is the coalescence of all the major campaigns I've told over the last 25 years. Enemir Homebrew, Forgotten Realms Homebrew, Agent Orange Zombie Apocalypse, Star Wars What If, and our Homebrew Superheroes campaign using the Mutants and Mastermind system. All of these events came to a head last July when our combined tables of 50 plus characters plus about that many NPCs as well all went into battle against the Sith Lord Darth Nihilus for one final confrontation in which he was destroyed forevermore. A combination of weird energies that were caused by the death of a demon dragon as well as a legendary character around the same time created this weird tear in the space-time continuum. We've got our weird multiverse thing going on here now, where all of the different campaigns that I've run are all kind of converging in this weird paradox of time and space. So your character could be from theoretically any traditional D&D setting, including a homebrew one of your own, if you want to add that kind of customization to it. The setting that we currently find ourselves within is known shorthand as Kryn Chicago. It's a coalescing of the Dragonlance world of Kryn, as well as a 1970s Chicago setting that has spent 20-25 years in the zombie apocalypse. So it's like kind of like Fallout in that it's aged naturally after the event, and we're now 30-something years into that.
Okay. That's interesting. That's an interesting mashup.
Very cool. Thank you. And as we started getting into, you hear something going on literally right around the corner here from you. You were kind of scavenging through here. You just came in through this door maybe a minute ago after hearing something very large stomping around on the street out here. You're like, yeah, I don't know if I want to find out what that is, so I'm just going to duck in here and whatever. Obviously, somebody's already been in here. They've broken all the plates. They left the rusted teaware on the platter here. This toaster's probably busted. And then no sooner do you go through all that you hear something going on right over here.
Okay. Before we go further, I have a question about, I guess, the metaphysics of the coalescence. So, does my character have to be from either Kryn or 1970s Chicago? Or
He
could
does
I have,
not.
like... Okay.
Oh yeah, you can be from any setting. People have been pulled in from all over the place. Most of the characters that we find here are going to be from one or the other, but that doesn't restrict you on the player side of things. It really just kind of helps us set a more cohesive backdrop, if anything.
Okay. All right. So I guess my first thing is I'm going to stealth up to the doorway and just kind of peek out and see what's happening.
Oh, all those damn broken plates. Smash crunch. Well, you see this guy right here, which if you hover your cursor over him, that is a groovy, trippy dude, known affectionately as Buddy Moonglow. Tell us what he sees there, Don.
Basically, you see a hippie halfling. So he's also wearing a helmet that has wings on the side of it for some reason, but his armor is tie-dyed and he's really unkempt. You almost smelled him before you came around the corner. He's very earthy, but you also notice that sitting on his shoulder at the moment is like this little dog cat looking thing, but it's made out of fire. And he's just he's sitting there toying with this zombie that's back and forth. You see burn marks on the zombie and everything, and pretty much you could tell, I mean, from your travels and everything like that, he's most likely a nature caster of sorts.
All right. And he's a halfling, you said?
That's correct.
What's happening? A fellow halfling is under attack. I must defend
Whoa,
them
you
using
startled
my
me.
sword.
Yeah, that thing over there is just not playing friendly. Hey, where'd you come from?
I know not. I wandered far from my monastery, and I seem to have fallen into the underworld.
Oh, hold on a second. Hey, Mr. Zombie Thing, hold on a moment. We need to have a conversation here.
It's going to start pacing back.
I'm sure
and
that's
forth
enough
here.
for that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just going to kind of pace here in an anticipation of what you're going to do next.
then, so I'm sorry, what is the scale of this map again?
Each square is 2.5 feet, so it's roughly a half scale, I believe. Any measurements you draw are going to be like such. Like this thing's only 20 feet away from you, whereas normally it would be 40.
Okay. I am going to run in. I'm going to run on the wall to go around
Nice.
Don. And then I guess just attack this zombie.
All right. This is what is known as an Orange Class D zombie. We've found them in many varieties so far. Each class has its own variants, but there are Class D, Class C, and Class B in ascending order of horrificness. The Class D is, at this point, relatively easy to dispatch, so you don't expect any complications fighting this thing.
I don't expect anything. I don't know what this is.
That is a solid strike. The 11, not so much. Target is 14 for the AC.
Oh, switch your attack rolls to always with advantage.
Oh, yes, very true. Yeah, just in case we discover after the roll is made, oh, you should have had advantage, or you should have had disadvantage, or if there's a natural 20 and somebody's like, hey, I'm going to give him an inspiration.
Okay. So I don't actually have advantage. That's just for, like, accounting purposes?
Correct. We'll always use the number on the left by default, and then advantage, disadvantage as circumstances dictate.
Okay.
But, yeah, that first attack will hit. Second attack, not so much. It's holding on with a few hit points. You're familiar enough with a basic zombie that this definitely registers in the same respect. It's just got a nasty orange burned complexion to its skin, and it seems to move like twice as fast as your normal zombie. It's not slow by any stretch.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to use a bonus action to do my Flurry of Blows monk ability.
Very cool. Darn, that's a miss. That's a hit right there. 7 damage will be enough to get me to 0. It's probable that its Undead Fortitude will save it, so if somebody wants to throw an inspiration for that crit, that will eliminate it entirely. Let's check anyway, though. Yeah, DC is 7 plus 5, so DC would be 12. I got a 16, so this thing will hang on with a single hit point. You caught it right in the face, and you heard the skull crack under the pressure of the power of your attack, and it still just kind of like almost falls back, and then just kind of like just comically uprights itself in front of you.
Okay. Remind me again how bonus actions work. You can only ever have one of those per turn?
Correct.
Okay.
You could
all my monks
substitute like your primary action for a second bonus action, but usually that's kind of like a lesser play in most circumstances.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay. That is my turn then.
Cool, cool. Here is also a one last thing, a new addition that I've been doing on Roll20. If you scroll your cursor across areas that you can see, like over here, for instance, you'll get some little narrative details on the map that don't necessarily entail you walking over and saying, "Hey, what's this?" and me having to pause the narrative. Likewise, something like over here. Same dealio.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, we'll see things like that occasionally. Kind of gives you incentive to explore the map, and puts the story in your hands to be able to report those things back to the other party members. All right, let's go back to the battle with the Orange Titan. That hurt. We're going to get our reaction back. I daren't do this right now because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to do another 75 or more. My wound! I don't know where I was going with that, but gargantuan. Alright, so we're gonna do a... Oh, damn, okay. I see what it is. The purple was for this. I had expended this, so technically I did have this to use against Kimberly. So I will compensate for that and then get the reaction back. And now we're going to check and see if we get that toxic expulsion back in our usage. Nope. Put the purple dot back for that. And okay, yeah, I guess Grixalot is not the one who most recently hurt us with that natural 20, so we'll go a smash attack on Celeste. Aww. 18, looks like that's an exact hit.
Yep.
Youch. We'll try for a ground and pound attack. Thing's basically just going to try and spike you into the dirt below, knock you prone from 20 feet high. Oh, damn. Well, it definitely hits.
Stop now.
Youch. And then we need a strength save on that to avoid a prone extra attack. Hey, you made it on the money. No prone, no extra attack. That is all we can do. Do we have a bonus action? No. Shucks. Alright. I guess that's all we got. Let's bring it over to Nyx's turn. And here's an important notice for Sammy, Fury, and Dominic. You may notice that your health pool has improved. I don't know if you guys noticed the post in the announcements channel yesterday, but for our free and supporter level players, we are celebrating during our Streamiversary, 4th year Streamiversary month here, by including your characters in on some of the juicier goodies as part of the super subscription or super supporter subscription, namely a 40-point increase to your hit points and a 3 hit point per turn regeneration. So that is why your health pool has almost doubled. And in Nyx's case, at the start of your turn, you're at 90 of 95. You're going to regenerate 3 hit points. So 93 of 95, and then go ahead and take your turn. And then that also applies to Jim. That's why your hit points are 40 more than you probably remember them being a few hours ago.
Yeah. I just changed it back to 64, but I will take the 40 extra hit points.
Oh yeah, it's good all throughout the month of April. Once we get back to May, the temporary subscription bonuses will lapse. But for this month, we're celebrating. Everybody's part of it.
Word.
Thank God, thank you. I already know that Titan's gonna kill me eventually. But I'm gonna move up 10 feet, and then I'm gonna shoot the Titan, and then use my extra attack to shoot him again.
Very cool. Oh, that 15's not doing us any favors. We need a 17 to touch this thing, but the first one's good.
Darn. Well, that ends my turn right there. Thank you.
Yep. Let me do a quick check here.
Do we know if she still had Hunter's Mark on there, or did it break concentration for that?
I don't know if she broke concentration. I think maybe we just haven't moved it over to this target.
No, last session I broke it. I didn't roll good enough.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you might have gotten like impaled by some debris and then healed up after that. You might have even got knocked unconscious with the amount of damage this thing throws around.
Maybe.
Okay, so we'll take the 10 damage there. This thing is not resistant to non-magical damage, so even a normal longbow will deal full. Let's go check out what's happening with Adolin right now.
All right, just a reminder that anyone in my aura can take 13 temp HP if they end their turn in it.
Fantastic. I ended my turn in your aura. I'm going to take advantage of that.
But you're not my friend. So this guy over here, what class is he?
That's a class dumbass zombie, class D.
All right, let's get over here into melee with both of them, and we will orange juice shocking grasp that guy.
Oh boy. Oh god, zot. Yeah, that's going to, I mean, you're getting used to just kind of lightly touching these things and they explode.
Then for my bonus action, I will drop my spiritual weapon right over top of the Titan here and take a swing.
As a reaction, the undead Titan is going to drop in undead duty. Ouch! Yeah, that hits. Take that off my temporary hit points there, the green health bar. Thank you for that.
And I will end my turn there.
Alright. Get that. I don't know that I'm going to do... Nope. Alright, let's bring it around the corner to Fury's turn, who I don't know... I think he can see, or has seen, some of the action going on here in the Western House. If not, you definitely hear some sounds of conversation and battle. And likewise for you, don't forget to regenerate those 3 hit points and then take off with your turn.
Trying to figure out the correct placement for moving the cannon.
Alright.
Because I know it had, wherever I move it, it should have a line of sight on that zombie, but...
Thinking we're kind of in the tail end of this as it is. Let's test the waters. We did a poll last night, and we may be doing an extreme overhaul to our map setup here. You may need to do a page reload, everybody, but I'm going to shut the dynamic lighting off on this map, so you'll either instantly see everything, or everything's going to go gray, and you'll need to do a page reload.
I see everything.
Yeah. As stated, it does offer some meta opportunities that we'll kind of want to be mindful of in some circumstances. Sometimes that meta can bite you in the ass because I might, like for over here, for instance, nobody sees these zombies in here, but I could have a invisible Tarrasque in this space right here, for instance, that you won't see regardless of the dynamic lighting being removed. So still play it with a level of exploration. But hopefully that helps Fury navigate a little easier here as well.
Okay, I think I have my cannon lined up.
Straight shot through that busted window there. Oh, look at that. Tier 3 resub from Sapphire. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Lurking at work. Lurking and working. Tier 3, big time. Epic legend, my friend. Well, that is a solid strike, but, I mean, it'd be hilarious if the zombie rolled a natural 1 on its saving throw and failed. And it got killed by the minimalist amount of damage. Come on, natural 1. Oh, double 14s. All right, yeah. It just kind of blasts a chunk off of the back of its head, and it doesn't even really seem to notice.
Like, dude.
What is that? Oh, and then Fury comes in with a much better shot. That's going to be DC 15. I got a 20. So, yeah, now there's an arrow sticking through the back of this thing's head. The point of it is inches away from Thunderfoot here, and once again, this thing is seemingly just unkillable. Shoot it in the head.
Good thing
I
he has
did.
4 hands.
Okay, I'll end my turn right there.
All right. Let's pan up this way. Grixalot's turn. Also 3 hit point regeneration here. And you've already got a flank there because of where Celeste moved to.
That's not right. Hold on. There we go. Somehow from 95 to 10.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's some heinous damage.
Yeah. Let's see if I can inflict that damage. Doubtful, but... Whoop.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, oh no, you got the flank, and 17 is my AC.
cool.
Exactly.
Nice.
How about that?
I'm trying to remember what that last time. Da, 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 da. Is that... No, because I wasn't raging. I don't think I was raging. Oh, no, because I don't have it clicked. Okay, yeah, I think that... Just take a swing at it. I'm already flanking. I don't want to move.
Did you get your level up this week? Have you got an extra attack yet?
No. Putting me at... My barbarian level would only be 4. I'm still 1 level short.
Gotcha. Same question for Sam and Fury. Did you guys get your level ups? We had the community challenge completed midway, which offered an accelerated level up, which means a level up this week and then next week.
I think I misunderstood that. I thought we were supposed to level up after this session.
Gotcha. No, you get a level up now. You can facilitate that between turns if you like. And then next session, we're also going to get a level up, which is the accelerated level up. It's the one that we would have gotten in August. We're going to get next week. So 2 level ups in 2 sessions. And for Jim, he just started off at level 6 because he didn't need to start off at level 5 and level up. All right, let's pass it to the zombies. Yeah, most of these things are just not really aware of anything going on with any of you, even the ones way down here at the Berry Elementary School. Haven't explored any of that part of the map yet, so we'll have a little cleanup to deal with on Isle Elementary when we get over there. Some of us have been over here to the little settlement atop the overpass. Most of us have not. And then, of course, here was the site of our original carnage where most of the battles took place. All of that. And, yeah, I think all of that means I only have 1 zombie, and it's this one right here that just won't get killed. So we're going to take a retort on Thunderfoot Lee here. That retort is going to be a weapon attack. Yeah, this thing either has a weapon on its person or somebody stabbed it and there's like a lodged piece of sword sticking out that it tries to impale you with. Any number of options. That is a 14 to hit, so it's just going to kind of scrape the weapon against the side of the hallway and nothing else. And then we'll go to Buddy's turn.
Hey man, watch this. This is like really cool and all. I'm going to do let's see, where is the bonfire?
Dex
So it'll be
save.
right under him.
Okay. Hey, I failed it. 17. So that is 16 fire damage. DC is 21. I can still make it. That'd be hilarious. 21 on the frickin' money. Wow. Even though I have my rolls hidden, can you guys still see my dice roll across the board? You have to have the 3D dice enabled.
No,
Oh.
I don't have it enabled.
Gotcha. Yeah, if you have it enabled, though, you should see my dice still, I wonder.
How do you enable it?
No, I see it when you do your not hidden rolls, but I didn't see those.
Interesting. It's in the settings menu there above the chat log, the upper right. If you click that and then scroll down to dice options, you can enable 3 dice and then automatically roll 3D dice. If you don't automatically roll it, it actually gives you like some control with your cursor, which direction and with how much strength you want to toss the dice. And then for everybody who has them enabled, everybody can see the dice that appear, unless of course you're doing like I'm doing where they're hidden. But they're still showing up on the stream at least, so we'll see. Let's cycle back, top of another round. It is Celeste here,
Oh,
now
I
getting
get a-
9 HP regen.
I still get move and bonus action. And...
No, that was your whole turn. I took your turn to
Yeah, it
explain some
wasn't.
details to everybody.
Nope. So it's like, hey man, you good with that thing? Oh, but if you have a little token that you can put under them because it is a concentration spell.
I've been using... Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like you were already concentrating on something because you've already got the little eyeball on your token there.
No, I don't have any spells active.
Maybe it was this one because you use it a lot. Either way, you have a concentration icon on you now.
Okay. So we are going to move up into this room over here. And, oh, look at this magic wand over here. And I'm going to pick it up.
The black wedding dress on the floor?
No, the rifle.
Oh, the rifle. Gotcha. Yeah, this thing
Yeah,
looks like
see, it's a
it's
magic
like
wand.
Yeah, it's straight out of the Old West. This thing might have some oomph to it. Is your character proficient in firearms?
Hell no.
Roll an intelligence check. Ability check. You're not sure how or why, but you pick it up and instinctively, like, you know how to, like, unlock it and check if it's loaded. It's not. But, you like, your first instinct is to check it for safety, and you have, like, no gun training whatsoever.
Cool, okay.
Not sure where the ammo might be, but, definitely, got yourself a rifle here.
And that will end my...
Alright, so now we will head back up to Celeste's turn, and as we were saying there, 9 hit point regeneration now for our super and for our epic supporters this month, as well as a once per session natural 20.
Session or week?
Session.
Oh, game changer. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep swinging.
Excellent.
If I can find my button, I have too many attack blocks. That's the problem.
Yeah, higher levels get a little clunky sometimes, but fun to rediscover parts of your character that you may have forgotten as well. Oh dear. Ouch and ouch. Okay, 17, 20, 25. That's an even 40 between all of that. And shoot. Alright. I mean, I'm going to have to use the reaction on one of these. And I guess it's really just going to be the first one, because we know you're bringing the pain. So the 15, instead of that, we will actually heal 15, essentially.
Yeah.
Guess up to that, and then we take 10. And then we take 15. All right.
Question before we get too far into things. For that nat 20, do you have to call it before you roll, or can you roll and then be like, can I make one of those in nat 20?
The latter is acceptable.
Okay, cool.
Absolute. What's going on out there? AZ Werewolf posting all these adorable emojis. Thank you so much, my friend. Always good to see you. I had to jump off camera here for a little gardening break, though. We'll get back on here shortly. Thunderfoot, it is over to your turn.
Surely I shall defeat you this turn, zombie.
It's like a little bonfire underneath it that's cooking it completely, and somehow it's just still, brains. Oh!
It's hot.
That's it right there. A crit will bypass the Undead Fortitude. Radiant damage also does it. Those are the two tricks to get it instantly killed when you've got it here. Otherwise, you're just trying to bash that skull and that brain to bits before it won't move anymore. So yeah, first attack, you're good. You spot this elf guy standing outside the window here, kind of looking at you on the other side of it. Fury, tell us a bit about what he sees there.
Brother Halfling, is that elf outside with you?
Yeah, he's cool.
Indeed. I will travel with you a moment if that is suitable to you.
Hey, it's always better to have more friends.
Indeed. Is this
You
your
look
whole
trustworthy.
party? Certainly I am trustworthy. The monks of my monastery are taught to behave honorably in all things.
Hey, do you also partake of the green?
I know not what you speak of.
Oh, dude, gotta show you this stuff.
The Devil's Lettuce, or in Star Wars vernacular, Mara Django.
So Dan, it's not really clear to me. Can I hear that there's a big fight happening north of me?
Definitely, yeah. Whatever the big thing was that stomped past you that caused you to flee in here, this is it here on the map. And it's clear that somebody or some buddies are fighting it not too far away.
Okay. Brother Halfling, do you know aught of these loud noises and this fighting that's happening outside?
Yeah, it's like this giant dragon thing that that my friends chased it, but I got tiny legs, so I stopped here for a snack.
Yes, the big folk are always failing to acknowledge our tiny legs. That is true. I believe I shall go assist them in fighting the large monster outside to prove my martial skills.
All right, I'll be out there shortly.
I apologize. Fury had to step back for a second. Our toddler took his headphones.
Oh, gotcha. No worries. Yeah, kind of
We're just
unusual
sorry
for us
about
to
that.
call for you between turns. That's all good. Feel free to interject between turns, though, with any role play you want to do between the two of you. Fury's turn's coming up in a few minutes anyway.
Sorry about that. Physical description wise, it's actually what my portrait shows. I have a couple extra odds and ends, a few tools now.
Very cool.
I'm sorry about our toddler. I'm so sorry.
I want to play.
She's gonna be a future D&D player. Don't worry. She'll join one of your campaigns in the future.
Fantastic. Thunderfoot's moving out, calling it a day there. Yeah. Another thing with these, with us dropping the dynamic lighting, we do need to account for the gloom that is still present, and the dynamic lighting did a great job of facilitating that for us. Effectively, any ranged attacks we want to do are limited to 60 feet, which ironically is exactly how far Thunderfoot is away from this thing's space. But otherwise, we do need to kind of keep that in mind. Other things will include like lines of sight. If we try to like draw lines of sight through like a building, something like this, we'll need to be like, yeah, you can't like go through this area here, kind of thing. All basic stuff that we can possibly cover in due time. This is really just a test. And we will start back over here. Wow, this thing is kind of reconsidering. Maybe it should have done the 75 hit point regeneration last round, because I didn't take a whole lot of damage. I'm expecting more from you guys. Let's check if we get our toxic expulsion back. Hey, there it is. Recharges on a 5 or a 6. So purple dot is gone. Yeah, I think this might be a worthy play here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're dumb.
Wow.
We are going to back away. Oh. Hey, I didn't even see Nyx over there. This will be real fun. Yeah, we're just going to kind of...
No, I'm not there. I'm not there. It's a tree.
This thing must not be able to fly, because if it could, you have to imagine like it would have like just kind of lifted up briefly to clear that space behind Grixalot. Instead, it like goes around him, which is going to provoke attack from Celeste, and if Adolin is capable of taking one, he gets one too.
No, he's got his hands full.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was what the intelligence check was for. We are leaving a flanked space, so the 26 is what we use, 12 damage. And then we're going to continue on, which is in fact going to provoke Grixalot's attack of opportunity. That will also hit. And then a 120-foot cone starting here. I mean, yeah, by the time we get out into this area, it's going to be wide enough to catch both of you. So that is a 4-character AoE right there. Don't worry about the attack roll because it's an AoE. I have to include the attack there, but all we're looking for is the con save against the 50 toxic radioactive damage, a new homebrew type of damage for this campaign. Whoa! Natural 20. Dirty 20. See also from Dominic and Nyx.
So it's 25 on a save.
25 on the save, yeah. And then no...
I just have to roll a con save, right?
Uh-huh. If you fail by 5 or more, it is a level of exhaustion. Yikes. Grixalot has failed it by 6. You gonna burn your weekly inspo? I'm pretty sure your Twitch sub renewed there recently.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll call that 25 toxic radioactive damage then. No exhaustion. Nick's got a double click there, but the first save... Oh darn, unfortunately fails it by 1. And then a con check. Yeah, looks like we just got some accidental rolls there. Whoops.
It was
happens.
lagging. I don't know what happened.
It happens. Sometimes Roll20 gets a little staticky like that. That's one thing that we might alleviate by taking off the dynamic lighting, because we might be able to use like more animated effects and things like that. So I'm trying to weigh all the pros and cons of it. It might be a little more work on my end in the live setting, but it's less work on the prep side of things. So a lot of pros and cons.
I will give Nyx a hero point to bump that 18 up.
Beautiful. We'll call that 25 damage then.
Thank you.
And that, I believe... I mean, I've still got 15 more feet of movement, and Nyx is armed with a bow, so I'm going to just play my odds that she will not be able to attack of opportunity me, because I don't think there's... I don't think she has that feat. So that's where we'll call it a day. And look, it's her turn next. Make sure to get the 25 damage and then regenerate 3 and then go ahead.
You got it. I'm gonna shoot you twice with my bow.
Ooh, 2 for 2. That is 1322. Ouch. That hurts. We did not care for that. Not in the slightest. We've seen Adolin and heard some of the complaints about him filtering through the GM Anonymous tip line, though. So we're gonna save our reaction for what he's gonna do here. Anything else for Nyx? Are you staying put? Are you gonna move?
I'm gonna move back into Adolin's circle, and then I will end my turn there.
Excellent. And it's Adolin's turn.
All right, with my Boots of Speed activated still from last week, I can get into melee. And I am going to burn a natural 20 on my Shocking Grasp.
Ah! Thankfully, I am not.
So I'll just roll the OPOJ.
This is neither D, C, or B. Actually, it's its own category.
No,
so-
but that gives the equivalent of the nat 20.
That is true. Yeah, I guess unless you rolled a nat 20 on top of that, which would be like quadruple damage. That is absolutely correct. Ouch! Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to use my my ability on that. Goodness gracious.
Well, allow me to retort.
So I'll just absorb the 30 lightning. I will take the 27. That's right, it does take full cold damage as well, like most oranges do. Most undead would resist cold damage. Alright, so in total, we'll take 27 cold. Ouch!
All right, that's everything I can do. Bonus action, I moved my spiritual weapon a little closer.
Alright. So Fury is up, and you don't necessarily see the thing up there at the end of the street, but you can definitely kind of feel its presence coming.
Probably need to start moving that way because it sounds like there's combat too.
Indeed. be running up on the duration of that Dancing Lights as well. If it's a 1 minute dealio, I don't know how many rounds we've had them, but we've had them all the way from back here, which might have been a full 10 rounds.
Yeah, they should be expiring if they haven't already then.
Yeah, let's just say this is the last round of them.
Truthfully, it'll be actually easier if I just recast them.
Very cool.
And I'm just going to move the existing ones. And I'm missing one of them.
I think it's just here to your south on the corner of the building. That should highlight that one up there nicely.
Okay, and now that he is lit up, he is just inside range.
Very nice. That's a hit. Take that damage. Anything else?
And that should be everything.
All right. That's for Dominic's turn then.
Sorry about that. Okay. Gotta move now.
Get your 3 hit points there for regen.
Yeah. 9. Nice then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. That's close enough, right? This must be.
If you have reach, you're close enough. Otherwise, you got to be 1 square closer.
Yeah, either way, I'm not getting an attack this round, so.
Dope.
Yeah, we'll move her. You said 1 more closer?
Correct.
There we go.
Yeah, the edge of its health bar represents the end of its occupancy space here.
That was 47 feet, so that's well beyond my 30.
Damn.
Okay. Well, he's there for a flank.
All right. Well, I have no zombies currently in action, so we'll pass it back to Buddy's turn over in here.
Dude, all right. I am going to head away. I'm going to, let's see, that was only about 15 feet. So there's, I walk through the bonfire, look around. Oh, this might be dangerous. Let it go.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yep, good thing I'm immune to fire. Double move.
Oh, look, you can see it up
And-
there thanks to the dancing lights.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, let's start another turn here. Celeste is way the heck over here.
So with my 60 feet on the broom, I should be able to get right.
That looks exact. Yeah, it makes sense. You were right next to it. I moved 60 feet. If you move 60 feet, you should be able to catch right up to it.
Beautiful. Right.
Hooray!
I'm gonna go ahead and use my nat 20 on that first one, which means he will
Alright.
also go up in flames. Let me find that real quick.
Looks like it's also another 8, 14 damage. 34 on all that.
So would it take another d6 this time as well, or would that start on its next turn?
The lingering effects do not benefit from the crit, only the instantaneous ones.
No, I'm saying for the wording, on a critical strike, the target bursts into flame, taking an additional 1d6. So does
Correct.
that start now, or does that start on its turn?
On its turn.
Got
Yeah,
it.
it would take an automatic die 6 when it activates, and then unless it can make the save, it'll continue to take that.
And
Do
then
that.
for bonus.
Youch. Yeah, we're not going to be able to stand up to much more of this. You guys have kind of got it on its heels. If you guys can just surround it so it can't run away as often. Apparently it can't fly. Anything else there?
That is literally everything I can do.
All right, let's pass it over to Jim's turn. It sounds like everything has moved to the other side of the train station there.
How tall is this building?
It's 25, maybe 30 feet high.
Okay, I'm just gonna run around it as fast as I can.
You might be able to scale this tree right here to get an easier hop up onto the roof, depending on how confident you are in your scaling abilities. Yeah, this tree pretty much
Okay.
runs all the way up to the roof.
Yeah, I do want to do that then.
All right.
How many do I have to roll? How does that?
Yep, that would be athletics or acrobatics, whichever works better for you. If you don't have a climbing speed, it will take a double movement to effectively climb up. Oh, gee, yeah, that's more than good. You can also mitigate some of that half movement there. So whatever you move so far, plus an additional 10 feet.
Okay, so between that and my move, that's my whole turn to get up at the top of the tree.
If you've not yet taken your action, you could do the action dash to give yourself an additional move. And then I think monks also can spend a key point to do a dash, so technically you can move like 3 times in one round like that, just like a rogue.
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so hold on, I think I can do this.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Exactly. 30 feet will get you right up there to the edge of the roof, and because it's so tall, you could kind of like just hit it from right there.
Yeah.
That's
So okay.
fantastic.
So my action is going to be the dash to jump from the tree over to the top of the building.
You should probably use your key point for the dash, and then you'll have your action to attack it.
I'm going to use my bonus point key action for the flurry of blows.
I think that's predicated on you having taken an attack to begin with. I could be mistaken on that.
Nope, you are correct on that. You do need to make an attack before you can use Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'll do it that way then. I'll use the key point to dash.
Cool.
And then I'll just my normal attack.
Yeah, and then you should have a extra attack at this level, I think.
Yeah, I have 2 attacks.
Sweet. Target AC 17. That's good. That's not so good. We'll take that 5 though. As our party
I am
down.
Thunderfoot Lee! I shout out.
Yeah, this guy's all of a sudden on the edge of the rooftop above Celeste, so all 3 of our characters here have a great look at this new guy. Let's go down the line here, in fact, and do a quick description of our characters here. Let's start with Grixalot. Tell us about yourself.
He is a blue and green looking lizard folk with a tongue just kind of swirling around and looks a little rabid right now, but he just seems to be swinging around his big old axe and enjoying himself.
And how about for Adolin?
So Adolin is a Shatterkai elf. He's standing there. He's got a shield in his right hand and holding a staff in his left.
And for Celeste?
Celeste is a prescient knights fighter high elf.
Cool.
And yet she does not partake, amazingly enough, unlike most other high elves.
Aha.
Ba-dum-bum. And we can also see clearly over here. Let's have Nyx tell us a bit about what we see looking down on her.
Well, my character looks like my token. I am a half-elf ranger, half-wood elf ranger, and I don't really talk much. My character doesn't really talk much, but I talk a lot, which is weird. But yeah, that's really about it, really.
Very cool. I don't think I realized until this moment that we have 4 elves in this party, and then now 2 halflings, and Dom as the lizard folk is the odd one out. Alright, it's time to activate the Orange Titan once more. Let's also take that fire damage. Oh, I knew it was going to be max. Ouch. Alright, and... oh gosh. Yeah, this thing is not liking this at all. Boy, that's 4 attacks of opportunity if I try to back away. Let's check our tactics here. That's alright. Yeah, this is I'm gonna have to make use of my Gargantuan ability here.
I'm a little bit sad. I wish I was a druid. I kind of want to befriend the Titan.
Might need to be a necromancer for that.
Guys, I want to befriend the dragon. Okay, like doesn't it look, or the Titan? Doesn't it look like a good friend that we would have on our team?
It
Dude, I
just
can
like
be Daenerys Targaryen up in here, you guys. Come on now.
toxins on all of us like 5 seconds ago.
He's just... Maybe he's just troubled. We can fix him.
Oh no.
Let's check if it gets that toxic expulsion back. It does not. Let's track that. Oh dear. Well, Celeste hit us with the natural 20, so I think we're going to retort in that direction at least with the ground and pound. 33 to hit for 20 damage. Strength save. Oh
Does
dear.
that apply to me if I'm not on the ground?
What's that?
Does that apply to me if I'm not on the ground?
It's only a single... Let me double check here because it doesn't always show that. Yes, this is only a single target effect. So it is only targeting her, and it's basically trying to spike her into the pavement from above because she's floating up there next to the edge of the rooftop next to you.
Okay.
Okay, so you will make that saving throw. 20 damage. No prone, no free attack. And then I think we got to send that extra attack at Adolin because that natural 20 was not nice either. Oh god, natural 1. Womp womp. Yeah, having that. All right. Boy, I don't know about this. We're going to back away as this thing panics and just takes full flight in retreat mode, not necessarily a winged ascension. So that's 4 attacks of opportunity there, potentially, between all 4 of you standing next to it. So let's see those.
It's only 3.
Only 3. Hooray! That's a hit. That's a hit. 16, 24, 34, 36 damage. Does that include me? I'm 37? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of damage for backing away 20-something feet. And, okay, yeah, we're going to scale this wall here. That's another 20 feet. We're at 42 and a half now. We get like 18.
He loses 10 feet of movement.
I lose 10 feet. Says who?
Says my slasher that I just picked up in my...
Aww. Also Zoidberg. Alright, so yeah, we're actually scaling the wall rather than actually up on the rooftop here. But yeah, this thing looks like it's done. Maybe it's just trying to get another breathing room to regen for a bit. But right now, it's definitely trying to escape over these buildings. And it's currently 20 feet up.
So just to verify, it is grasped onto the side of the building, correct?
Correct. And that's going to pass it to Nyx for your turn.
It gets to try to save at the end of its turn from being inflamed.
Oh, that's right. I got Enfuegoed. Dexterity.
So it's 14 dex.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
20.
gonna move up 40 feet just to get started.
All right. Get rid of that flame effect right there, at least. Light up the sword of blazing. Yeah, she even uses a fiery sword. Like, what's up with that? Like, she carries the torch, but not the herb.
I see you, my dragon friend. I'm gonna hit you twice.
Oh dear, let's just see about that. Oh, I'm within 60 feet. You do see me. Yarg. Yo, we just got raided by a party of 5 from Murderous. Thank you so much, friend. Thanks for joining us here. Happy Monday to you. Are you with us? Welcome to Roleplaying Unlimited. We are in the midst of a D&D Coalescence campaign. It's a zombie apocalypse, which also has aspects of superheroes and Star Wars. It's a 25-year tale in the telling, a 5-year campaign currently in progress. Thanks again for joining, friends. And 2 attacks there on our Orange Titan. Over here trying to scale the wall. That will hit and hit. 15, 20 points of damage even. Ouch. All right, we'll take it.
Okay, I'll be ending my turn right there.
Okay, Adolin, that's passing it back over to you over here. Take a little gardening
All
break
right.
in celebration for the raid.
We're going to drop a guiding bolt at him and then run up close. So throw the guiding bolt first.
Probably needed to move up a little bit or shoot in midway because you might have been just out of the 60-foot range, but easily done throughout the turn. 12 radiant. Oh gosh, that hurts.
It's 120 feet on that spell anyway.
Correct, but our lines of sight are still 60 feet.
Oh, gotcha.
Because of the
Yeah.
gloom, yeah, because we turned the dynamic lighting off. We got to be a little more manual with that, unfortunately.
All right, that'll end my turn.
Excellent. Get back into this. Over to Fury's turn.
Okay, so it's moved over there. I don't know the lighting if I can see it still with my normal vision.
Well, let's measure that out. We'll all have to get a little more familiar with the measuring tool if we do. Oh yeah, we're 45 feet away. Well within, right at the edge of the gloom.
Okay, since you said it's scaling the wall there, I want to try knocking it off there.
Oh dear.
You absolutely cannot.
You do have advantage on your attack thanks to the guiding bolt that just touched down a few seconds ago. Well, crap, that didn't help you at all. You do have your weekly inspiration for being one of our Twitch subscribers, so if you want to do a reroll on that, take the best of 4, that is an option.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
There we go, 23 to hit. 12 force damage. Do you have an effect that causes a forced movement, or are you just hoping to like prompt a saving throw?
The 5-foot push.
Gotcha. It is a 5-foot push. I'm going to give this thing a saving throw since it's like literally the size of the building. Ah, that's pretty much what needed to happen for it to not be able to gain a hold. It basically falls completely over and it's on its back like a massive freaking turtle splayed out prone next to Adolin. It almost fell on top of him. That's funny. We fell 20 feet, so roll 2d6. We do take the falling damage. Okay. Ow! That wasn't nice. Gosh. Alright, it's over to Grixalot's turn, who might also just barely be out of range of this thing again, depending on what we're looking at. 35
Yeah.
feet to get to it.
Yep.
Hopefully this guy has a ranged weapon, otherwise we might need to get a shotgun in the hands of our barbarian here. Give him some options.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's smart enough for that.
Give him something. Guy needs some ranged option.
Where's a patron? We'll make a pact.
Yeah, there you go. I sell my soul for 1d10 damage every round. Could just use a crossbow. No! Sell my soul!
I'm not doing anything with it.
Alright, so what is that? Move and dash, and then just chilling out right there. It's prone and on the ground, so hopefully you'll get to attack it.
He's very sad. He's very sad.
Alright. Zombies likewise. None of them anywhere around here. That'll bring it to Buddy here to close out our third round in the first 80 minutes of our session tonight. Not bad.
All right, I'm going to move 25.
All right.
And then I'm going to use Produce Flame at that guy.
Oh dear. Oh gosh. Alright, yeah, we're gonna trigger our reaction. It's starting to hurt. So we will heal 21 effectively. And go back up to that. Ouch!
Alright, and that will be it.
Alrighty. That's the end of the round. That's our halftime break here for our stream. We will catch up with you in about 10 minutes or so with the next round of activity. Thanks again, Murderers and the Raiding Party, for checking us out tonight. We will be back in 10 minutes, friends. Are you with us? feels like it's been about 10 minutes.
Yo.
Let's start another round of activity then. That's over to Kimberly's turn.
Okay.
Nice regen. I am prone right now, so any attack from any angle is going to be at advantage.
Beautiful.
Float up above it right there.
Yeah, so do I need to get down to reach it, or is it still tall enough even with prone?
Oh yeah, it's still tall enough. You're basically just attacking its flailing legs and what have you.
Oh, okay. Bear with me. Roll 20's being a little glitchy.
Womp womp. Ow. Whew. Okay. 330. Ouch. Alright. Ow. This thing is literally on its last legs. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to be taking 15 hit points at this stage of the game. Guy.
And that's everything.
Alright. Jim, that's back over to your turn here.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to float down using wire foo,
Alright.
and then just go over and attack it a bunch. Technically, I still take fall damage, but I have 30 points of fall immunity basically right now.
Gotcha.
So I don't think it mathematically could be that.
Yeah, you can easily, with that, you can just kind of scale down the side of the wall before hustling it across the street to get to it.
Okay, so this is my attack action. And is that enough to kill it or no?
Not quite. We are still hanging on with a handful of HP there.
Okay then. I am going to use my flurry of blows then.
Alright. That's two more. Oh dear, 17 HP. And that's our health bar after all that goes down.
And then is it still up?
It is still active, yes. Just a tiny sliver of life left in it right here.
So then the last thing is I'm going to use my open hand technique to make it so that it cannot take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Let's see. Whenever you hit, you can impose one of these. Must succeed on a dex save. Must make a strength save. Or no reactions. Okay. Ouch. Well, that's a game changer indeed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, with these healing things that they're doing, that is really a good power, I think.
Oh, gosh. Alright, well, let's check our respawn here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, move out of my range. Go. Do it, I dare ya.
Do it now. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not happening. We are going to get back Loretta, Get back to our feet, half our move. We'll kind of adjust back into our own space here, so we're not squeezing into the same space as anybody. Doesn't leave anybody's threatened zone, however. And damn. I don't like that angle. Move there.
Go ahead and move back. Just do it. Are you scared? Come on.
Go over to that spot right there. Get all of you. Yeah, I think I will have to ignore Celeste in favor of hitting our two guys here, and then Nyx on the far side of it out here.
No, come at me. Come at me. Let's go.
That'll probably be the last thing we do. Not the greatest damage for what it can do on 12 die 6 either. So, con save from Thunderfoot, Grixalot, and Nyx.
No, I think you're mistaken. I don't think Nyx was part of it. I don't think she was there.
Oh yeah, she's the only one standing in the pool of dice. She's definitely involved.
That's a tree. That's a tree. That's not Nyx.
Hey Dan, I have this stout resilience. Does this count as poison? Or is
It does
a different
not.
thing from poison?
Yeah, it's a separate damage type entirely. Toxic radioactive. Damn, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, all three of you failed the save there. And Grix, I believe, already used his inspiration last time around. Yowie wowie, so that looks like 39 toxic radioactive damage, and for Thunderfoot, he failed it by 6, so also 1 level of exhaustion. Which at this stage, I believe, is disadvantage on like skills and ability checks.
I'll spend an inspo for Thunderfoot.
All right, we'll take that to 19 of that damage then, and no exhaustion.
Thank you for shielding me, madam.
Anytime.
And yeah, that is probably the last thing we will ever do. Nyx will hopefully be able to retort in some response after taking 39 damage there. Technically 36 since you get your 3 HP regen right now, but go ahead, knock that out, and then take your turn, see if you can finish this thing off.
Don't worry, I will. I'm gonna hit you twice with my longbow.
I'm not worried about being hit by the bow. It's the arrows that I'm more concerned about.
I'm just gonna give you 2 big hugs. It's okay.
Ouch. Oh, boy. Okay, we're now in the territory of Undead Fortitude. 11 damage plus 5. We need to beat a DC 16 on our con save. We do. And then we take 12 damage plus 5. We need to beat a DC 17. We do not. That will finish it off. Second arrow catches it true in the necrotic heart, and it instantly falls dead, and all of its magically assembled bones just scatter over the 10 feet at all of our companions' feet in this area.
Wait, since I killed it, can I obtain its soul? Can I be Dovahkiin?
Perhaps in another life.
Big sad.
That will close out our initiative. We do have other zombies on the map, as we can see, but they are completely out of any range of having anything to do with any of us. So we can cross that bridge when we feel more comfortable exploring the rest of this map. For now, yes, we drop the initiative, and what would you like to do?
I'm gonna just follow you guys.
Whoa, guys, that was like amazing.
probably I would listen. If there's any sound near me, I'd be a little bit wary. Otherwise, I have this interesting item that I can see directly through that window.
What is this strange world that I find myself in? I'm just kind of asking whoever's around me.
Oh man, I was like, just sitting in the woods in my little hut, and all of a sudden all the trees changed and I was somewhere else, and man, I started this little community thing, and then we got chased out by zombies, and then I can't remember too much after that for a long period of time, and then suddenly I was with them again. So that's my story.
Hey,
Strange.
for Fury, the first bundle of Artificer parts that we found back in the gas station over here, refresh my memory, was that sufficient to create an uncommon magic item? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. And we're kind of doubling up on that here. We don't have anything unique with this vacuum cleaner that allows us to kind of make a combination to create a rare magic item, but we do have the capability to make a second uncommon with the pieces found here.
Okay. I'll start taking that apart then.
Very cool. Then back to our RP up here in the middle of the overgrown, destroyed street. Wow, that's kind of funny that all this rubble is right here on the sidewalk where the dragon fell. It's almost like it was meant to happen right there.
Oh, I heard there were snacks in this building that I was just in, and I didn't have time to really find them. So I'm going to go see if I can find the snacks.
Oh boy. Got a case of the Mad Munchies, yo.
I'm gonna pass Grix my light crossbow +1.
Whoa, primo gear right there. Very, very nice.
I do also have a short sword +2 if anybody wants it, because I'm not using it. It was supposed to go to somebody, I think, the mushroom dude.
Oh, Topper and Inky, yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to go to them, but they never got it. So I still have it, but I'm not using it.
Gotcha.
I have to refresh. My movement got a little wonky.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's freezing up. I had to refresh mine too.
Yeah, I imagine it's still, even with the dynamic lighting turned off, this is an old map that was using old assets, and the dynamic lighting lines are still technically on the map, even though we're not affected by them. I'm sure they're still having some impact on the overall map. It's funny, I look back at these dynamic lighting lines, I'm like, man, that's sloppy work. This is the second map I ever did, though, so...
Would any of you have any use for the merchant?
The dragon raises its hand and asks for a true resurrection scroll.
See, I have a level. I can't cast it.
Oh, that's okay. You don't have to cast it. I just need it, and you can pass it on to... Man, who's our big bad for this tabletop? Sararak hasn't actually made his appearance yet, unlike Zastam and Strahd have at our other tables. Sararak is playing.
I'm going to go check out the first aid kit.
Check it out. That's effectively a potion of healing. Just in a different packaging. Same, you can still use a full action or a bonus action on that.
Have I found any snacks in here yet?
Roll survival. Let's see. A 16 with a +9 bonus. Yeah, you do find it's not what you were hoping for, maybe, although it is right up your alley. You do find some oatmeal.
Sweet. Man, I'm finding all sorts of stuff. Oatmeal, this magic wand that has a cylinder that you put something in it to make the magic go.
Yeah, just don't go in here.
What's in here?
Nothing that you probably want to be involved in. So yeah, any additional RP we want to do here? Reminder that everybody at this stage has a regeneration of some sort. So if we just even kind of chill out for like 3 to 5 minutes, all of you are going to regenerate your HP back up to full. Doesn't take long when you're getting 3 or 9 HP every 6 seconds.
Nope, nothing in here. Although I have a passive perception of 19.
Yeah, that this bathroom has seen better days. Otherwise, anything that might have been useful in here, probably in the medicine cabinet, has long since been scavenged.
And I think Thunderfoot was scavenging in here, so that's probably empty.
Actually, I stand corrected. I see one of my hidden notes. Go back in that bathroom. This might just be decorative. They might be low value, but you're pretty sure this is a gold-plated faucet here with a ruby and sapphire studding right there. I mean, it might only be worth like 100 gold pieces at most, but if you can separate that from what was probably at one time a very exquisite bathtub, it's a nice little chunk of change.
Alright, does it unscrew, or do I need like tools or something?
It does require tools. It's basically a nut and bolt system, so you'll need to at least kind of get it loose before you can unscrew it by hand.
Okay, I don't have any tools. Well, wait, I do have some woodcarver tools. Can I use like the knife part to undo the screw?
You can roll it. That is good enough. Yeah, you are able to separate. It weighs about 2 pounds, but yeah, it's probably worth about 100 gold pieces, gold plated, and the gems appear to be real.
Okay, I'm gonna toss it in my bag of holding.
Somebody was living large in here. And there's not a oil stain on the floor, but there is a yellow stain here you might not want to interact with.
Dude, he's not even here.
That's all right. I know Terry watches some of the old streams sometimes, so she'll get a little chuckle out of that. Or she'll just be like, "Again, seriously." I'll beat a joke to death for 20 fucking years. You just ask Justin on that. Ask about the size of his first campaign planet. Tiny world.
Celeste is just gonna float on her broom right over Thunderfoot and just kind of look down at him. So, how'd you get here? Time portal, random shifts, Gossamer bulb. What's your story?
Well, I studied with my Sifu for a while at our monastery in the mountains. Then he said I had learned enough and I should go out into the world to learn more. So I did, and I walked through the mountains for several days, and then I came to some plains, and then I saw a city in the distance. So I walked here, and I find it infested with the undead. I know not where I have stumbled into.
Wait, so you're from this land?
I mean, I do not know most of these buildings or all of these strange metal objects that are around. In truth, this does not feel like my world, but I have no idea.
But you don't know how you got here.
I just walked out of the mountains. Did you not just walk out of wherever you came from?
Come on, he's a halfling. He can't be bad.
The amounts of portals and time shifts I have gone through, I don't even know where I'm coming from right now.
I see. So you are not take it.
This isn't even my traveling party. Where's my brother? Why is my brother always missing?
Perhaps he is finding himself.
Yeah, okay. She just flies away.
Thunderfoot goes back to meditating.
Dan, can I like take the dragon's head and make it a shield using the ability that I posted?
Oh man, I knew this was gonna happen. I had my first occasion where I had to check this because I mean I've been friends with Dominic here for a couple of years since he joined Role Playing Unlimited, and I don't know if any of the rest of you hear it, but I've always thought he sounded a little like my old friend Jim. And as soon as he started talking here, I had to go over to Discord and I was like, okay, which one of them is it who's talking to me here? It's gonna take a little while to get that separation, especially if you guys are talking to each other. I'm gonna be like, oh god. So you want to separate the head of this dragon? It is there for the taking. You go right ahead. Let's see.
Awesome. I want to fashion it into a shield.
Are we going?
But
we're
we're not exactly taking. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We're not. I don't think we're exactly in a short rest yet.
Right. I mean, we do need to officially declare that.
Yeah. I'm just going to take the head for now. I will figure out how to make a shield later.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just looking at it. I'm like, oh, I could use this, and I will take it and I will store it for later.
Fantastic.
Wow, you could actually tell everybody you're getting head from a dragon.
Whoa! I know if Brad watches this one, he's going to be really jealous because I remember the Dracolich that they fought on Tuesday Crew back in 23 that incinerated half the party with its lightning breath. They destroyed it and it scattered into pieces just like this, but it had a mythic form that took 1 minute to activate before it reassembled into an even larger and more dangerous version of itself, which ironically is where the voice of Silcus' staff comes from. That dragon, for whatever reason, was just constantly like, no, don't attack me! And Terry found it hilarious. But I know Brad really wanted to claim the skull of that dragon, and he protested when I said the bones begin reassembling. He's like, not the head, because I've got the head. I put it in my bag. I'm like, yeah, even the head begins reassembling. All right, well, even if we're not taking a short rest, as I said, even this brief RP right here, we can all heal back up to full. The regen will not take that long to affect us in that respect.
Guys, there's so many cool buildings around. We gotta go explore.
And on this map, I mean, because I didn't have it set for this kind of test, we can play through with the knowledge that there's nothing hidden. I don't have any hidden monsters anywhere. If we do make this a permanent thing, then I'll of course adapt accordingly, but for this map, everything that is on this map is visible now in this state. So it's really just a matter of I explore over here and, oh look, there's a zombie in the affordable dentistry office. Right over here. I like the detail too. If you zoom in on the little broken glass here in front of Celeste, you can even see like the dentist's name and like address on the glass that's used to be part of the window here.
That's funny.
Yeah. And these are all Class D oranges right here, so I don't think that we even, at this stage of the game, watch out for the oil stain here on the floor. I don't think that we need to go into full initiative or anything. You guys can freely just kind of get up on these things and just assassinate them. Feel free to roll attacks. And even if it's not a one-hit, one-kill between the rest of the members of the party, I'm sure we can dispatch these in short order.
And of course, I rolled the wrong thing.
Oh, geez, yeah, Buddy just incinerates this one in the garage alive. On the original Agent Orange map, when we played this the first time in 2017, this garage was the most secured section on the map because it housed a Chevy Camaro inside of it. That was a pretty sweet ride for our characters once they got their hands on it. Wrecked vehicles, destroyed hot dog cart, and there's the elementary school. Walled on every side, front doors of course right here. Windows in this area, some of them are broken. Some of them intact. More zombies present down in here that are likewise not going to stand up to much of an assault, but hopefully others are following Celeste down here so she doesn't get outnumbered by the zombie presence that we see, because there are 4 of them here between the classrooms. Oh yeah, look at that, a roll of toilet paper plus 3. That's that organic bamboo stuff right there. We found a medical supply cabinet around the corner. Oh, that's my zombie. I found that. Let's see, Grixalot. There we go. Yep, stabby stab. Crush this guy right here. We'll trolley.
Spray bottle. Ooh.
Yep. It's filled with something, and then some writing implements over here at the teacher's desk. Might be able to fashion some something sharp out of those if you're particularly clever. Otherwise, the filled spray bottle, taking a sniff of that. Man, somebody filled this thing up with that appears to be acid. It's like an acid spray. Might deal like 1d4 or 1d6 per spritz, or if you like empty the whole thing, it might do a little bit more. As far as the medical supply cabinet, I have left this one open to chance, so that will be determined by this roll right here. Wow, I've been rolling really high on percentiles lately. Good for you guys. Okay. Not too bad. Using the cannon and the crossbow to blast away this one here in the classroom. Very good. clear that last one right there. Okay, so between all those dice that I rolled up there, I don't know, let's give it one last percentile chance here. Oh, I saw that coming down on 00 for a second, and that's another 36 tonight. They just write themselves. Okay, I don't know how Estrella somehow did 0 damage. Oh, it's minusing his strength off of the crossbow. I don't think it should do that. Alright, inside the medical supply cabinet, there are 9 first aid kits. 9 potions of healing, essentially. There are 6 greater first aid kits. Potions of greater healing. And there are 4 superior healing potions or first aid kits. So we've got the first 3 varieties of those 9, 6, and 4. A pretty nice haul of medical supplies here.
I'll pass that out to all of you guys. I won't take any. So you guys can take whatever you guys want.
Cast healing upon yourself?
What's that?
Can you cast healing upon yourself?
With second wind, kind of, and I have a lot of potions, so I will let you guys take those.
Yeah, I have a bunch of potions, and I also have healing spells, so I'm good.
What are these red boxes that you were talking about? This is unfamiliar to me.
So who does
My
that
fire
leave?
spirit only. My fire spirit only lasts for an hour, so it would probably be gone by now.
And it exists only in your imagination as it is, so...
Oh, okay, so it's permanent? Wow, that's a really cool wild shape ability.
Yeah. But it has no impact like the extra damage you're doing, the extra healing, it's just all imaginary.
Ah, man.
Yeah, screw you got. Well, we've got the school cleared out here. Dawn, are you laying claim to the acid spray bottle here?
Yes, I am.
All right. Any interest in the pencils? Kind of a generic.
Nah.
Kind of generic, but you may never know, and you'll find a use for a pencil.
No. Well, actually, yeah, I'll take the pencils. Is there?
There are
is this
6 of them.
Is this just a regular elementary classroom, or is it like, are any of these rooms science, like, labs?
These are elementary school classrooms. There's no scientific equipment within sight that you can see.
Okay, because I'm looking. I'd probably like to get some like beakers and some heating units and
Sure.
some brewery equipment. Make my own still out of some of this stuff.
Yeah, nothing that you can see in here. I mean, if there were even, you can imagine they were probably ransacked. This place has obviously been looted long before how there's even anything left, especially that full medical supply cabinet. Like, this zombie in here must have given whoever tried to loot this place before a really hard time, because what is that, 9, 6, and 4, 19 potions effectively inside of that kit that was here. I mean, that's a big haul. And the roll of toilet paper plus 3.
I'm gonna sneak over to that before anybody else gets it.
Can definitely tell that I wrote the next use of this map. We never played it out, but when we were building the 2019-2020 Agent Orange campaign, you can definitely tell the pandemic was on my mind when I put this in here. All right. Oh, Celeste has made her way up to the convenience store. Yes, indeed, there is something in the dumpster. It is a clown car of dumpsters. It has a portal that will lead you to the Sunday morning game where you will forever be attached.
Nope.
The one table you are absolutely unavailable for. And there you go.
100% not gonna go well.
No, there's a lot of trash, a lot of stuff you got to kind of sift through, but it looks like somebody took advantage of that, thinking that nobody would dig through here. Go ahead, roll an investigation. Let's just see how much you're able to find in here. That's what we're talking about. Oh yes, you will find everything that is in here. All of it is contained within a single plastic bag that is tied pretty loosely. Some of the items have are almost in danger of spilling out. If you hadn't been so careful in how you're sifting through here, you could have seen how you might have upended this bag, and some of the finer items might have fallen out irretrievably, unless you went through everything in here. But inside of this bag, there are 2 boxes of rifle ammunition, which coincidentally will fit the 22 rifle that Dawn found over in the house to the east. There are 40 of these rounds of ammunition. Additionally, there are a few pieces of valuable jewelry contained inside this bag, loosely. A bracelet, a necklace, and a pair of rings. You can roll a history check to see if just how close to the accurate value you're able to gauge here. They're pretty valuable. You'd guess probably a few hundred gold, but not entirely positive on a number. Yeah, ask the Joker if there's a use for a pencil. You want to see a magic trick? Yes, indeed. Make sure somebody in the Monday table is writing this stuff down. As Kimberly says, she is here as a guest at this table. She's attached to the Tuesday table. So that's part of why she's not taking any of the goodies that are placed here intended for your table, as we would hope any of you guest starring on Tuesday would likewise do there. But you're going to want to write this down, because some of you are going to get it. Otherwise, it'll get lost in the ether.
Adolin doesn't need any of them.
In the monastery, they taught us not to be attached to material things.
Oh my gosh, someone from your table take it.
This is like
All right,
Chinkata's
I'll take
paradise
it
right here.
because
I
I
would
can always
love to
buy more
build this party.
Here, I have a big bag here. You can just throw it in here.
Just like toss it all in. Just like, take it already. This is what I get for trying to be nice.
I put it in the group invent treasury.
If it's a handout, make sure to at least write Monday on it, because it could be very easily confused, because you're both sharing this this table, and I think that treasury handout might have been everything we found at the mall back in November.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a combined one, so just bracket those and say Monday.
Right. Yeah, I will eventually create.
All right, I put Monday table and then the potions and the round.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'll eventually create separate handouts there, as we definitely will have use of them. Just for the initial setup, we went sessions without finding really much of anything, because we were low level, just trying to survive, try to find our way through the setting. And then we finally found a home base that had a stash of goods that were intentionally placed for multiple tables to share. But now we're no longer in that boat. Occasionally we might find things for 2 tables, but in most cases probably individually. And yeah, the mini mart has been cleaned out of everything. Even the cleaning supplies and the pet food has been opened and spoiled. And the cleaning supplies over here just completely evaporated, so like somebody left them open and it just spilled all over the floor here. But the zombies, for whatever reason, found this place particularly hospitable, and not so much anymore, because you guys just come in and assassinate them. Class dumbass zombies indeed. Finish that. Finish you. And finish you. Oh, and also, Jim, we have a little running gag at our tables right here. This zombie in particular. Yeah, he kind of looks a little like somebody. If you find one of those and you kill it, you get 500 gold pieces.
Okay, good to know.
Yep. Every so often we'll find one of them just kind of mixed in with all the other zombies, and somebody called attention to it. They're like, hey, that kind of looks like so-and-so. It's like, yeah, a little bit. Apparently they're wealthy zombies. And, I mean, what else do we have on this map? Did we, in fact, get everything? I think we did. The only other...
We have people.
Oh, yeah, there is the survivor camp up on the overpass. The other item of interest that some of you might have passed over entirely, and this is really just a little bit of narrative coolness, is this loose newspaper in the road, which dates December 24th, 1972. It is filled with articles about a spreading sickness throughout the New Mexico region. The original Agent Orange campaign took place over Christmas weekend at a rock concert in Carlsbad, New Mexico. So that's why there's always a New Mexico attachment to the Agent Orange side of the story. And not necessarily the Christmas season in every story that we tell, but that was the origin of it. So it's a little interesting piece of history just kind of lying here on the sidewalk. Otherwise, yeah, Adolin went up there with Dewdrop, so he is present and fully aware of the survivors living up here in the storage containers up on top of the overpass. They've kind of barricaded themselves in pretty well. Whether the broken bridge is intentional or accidental, that works pretty well for them. Not going to be anybody approaching from that side unless they can fly, which ironically all of you, or most of you, can. They hadn't experienced that before. So all of their defense are from a ground-based perspective. We can see the stairs leading up to the overpass are surrounded by barbed wire. There's a little barbed wire gate over here. There's a barbed wire fence on the south side of what they claim as their territory. And one of them did open fire on Katie, her fairy character Dewdrop, when she approached them. And we had a little interaction. As I recall, there was some bewilderment on their behalf because their perception of the undead is not the same as your group's. These it's a common trope that we see in a lot of the undead stories where people don't think that a zombie is dead. They're just in the next stage of their existence. So they're kind of they're shepherding these people through the next stage of the afterlife. So for you to just come in and kill all of them, in some cases, they might just find it sad, or you don't see the bigger picture. In other cases, they might be horribly offended, and you might make an enemy out of them because you just came in here and you killed my family. Well, we saw that happen on Tuesday night, a number of weeks ago, in fact. It's fine.
Out of curiosity, what's this item supposed to be on this table right here?
Let's see, where are you? That is... It's a little sheath for a knife, but the knife has since been taken. But yeah, there is a sheath right here on that table.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, these are just the outskirts of the Fulton Market District. If we continue west off of this map, which actually is south by our character's direction on the regional map, you can just follow the train tracks really out of town here, and it will lead you to our next location on the regional map. As Johnny asked earlier, though, he, as an Epic supporter here, has the option to call our table merchant into the field once per session. If anybody has any shopping they want to do, reminder as always, we like to have that stuff kind of prepared ahead of time. We have a full inventory posted in your table's merchant channel with the costs associated with all of the items. It's under the pinned messages, so at any time you're free to look that stuff up, look up what these items do online, or consult with other members at your table who might be more experienced and can just kind of tell you offhand with their knowledge, and formulate your desired shopping in such a way.
Dan, can I call him and get my order and then let them pick their stuff after session?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I had a list of spell rot tattoos I was going to buy. I'll just copy and paste them over. I already know how much they cost, and I will take it off my sheet. Some of these are to share. A couple are for me. We'll
All right.
get to that later.
Cool. What's going on out there in Streamland? A lot of contributions towards our community challenge. If you only knew the power. Let's see just what that might entail if participation is heavy. There's a reason it's not a 30-day challenge, because the Streamiversary is the day that challenge ends. So we'll see if we're able to accomplish that by April 20th. A big day here at Role Playing Unlimited. Aura, Raised Dead, Misty Step, Mirror Image, that Vortex Warp spell, and I just remember grumble, growl. Mass Cure Wounds, very nice. Who's the Raised Dead for?
That and the Magic Aura are for if I get a chance to go back and try to raise Yonlik.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, he's still on this map. His body way over here. We did have a Treant companion who unfortunately did not get swarmed by the undead. The undead never really paid any attention to it, but the Void Claws were undead and a bit more tactically minded and realized what that giant Treant was doing to the ranks of its allies, so these things took umbrage with that and pretty much blasted our companion away. These things can be pretty nasty when they hit. I'm sure all of you remember getting hit by one of these a time or two, and that's on the low end of damage. There we go, a natural 20. Look what you could be taking from something. They're not fun.
So Dan, could we retro that, since I didn't actually do any of the searching, could I have gone back to Yonlik's body, cast Nistel's Magic Aura on him to try to mask him as a humanoid, and then try to raise dead, and you can just tell me if it worked?
I will do that. I think I already decided this however many weeks ago when you told me, but I forgot.
Yeah, I brought the idea up to you about a month ago.
Yeesh. Alright, yes, you do place the magic aura upon it and try the raise. And there is no positive effect, unfortunately.
Alright, the only thing left then is, would it be possible to retrieve the wing boots off of him?
Yes.
All right. I will bring those along to give to somebody.
Alrighty.
That's everything, though. I'm ready to move on whenever.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good. I haven't thought of any. Does he have any weed with him?
He does not.
He sells it as incense. Ask for the good stuff.
Should we share it with Treebeard? Share it? I don't think he'd understand. Dead plant and all that.
Right. Hey, I wonder if we could smoke the tree ends.
Yeesh.
There's only one way to find that out.
You said you had called the merchant, correct?
Yes, I did.
Well, I would actually like to purchase a pearl of power from them.
Yeah, we'll bring Vorn into play right over here. That is our Yuuzhan Vong merchant, who handles all of our necessary business here. We also found out a rather juicy bit about her affiliations behind the scenes, I should add, in Your Table's role-playing channel, posted a few days ago. But for right now, she is here for business and will definitely help knock any of that out, assuming you've got the cost and everything all set. Then she has a pearl of power for you.
Okay.
Uncommon item. At most, it's going to be 500 gold, I imagine.
That's what it's listed on the list.
Beautiful. Yeah, most of them are probably around that mark, but you might find occasionally some of them for like 300, 420. You just watched, what, 2 nights ago? I already forgot what I quoted.
The Two Towers.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I've been meaning to get back into that marathon. I want to watch all 6 of them here this year at some point, but I still need to finish the Star Wars marathon I had going on the RUTV here in our Discord. I left off in the middle of Ahsoka. Alright, any other business we want to knock out here? Otherwise, we are good to proceed down the tracks to the next area.
Adolwyn's just going to chew up a very old birthday cupcake for a short rest, and he's ready to go.
Stale. Crumbly.
Yeah, but I need my channel divinities back.
Alright. Let's make sure Nyx catches up, otherwise you guys gonna leave her behind. She's staring longingly at the mini-mart, hoping that there were at least like some Twinkies in there. Sadly, no. And
What do you mean? I was here this whole time.
Let's check our rest tracker. Monday took a short rest, our very first session. And then a short rest in session 11. So that was 4 sessions ago. It is getting near the end of our day. This is your call entirely if you want to proceed on to the next area. Most of you are probably, I mean, health-wise you're good because of the regeneration, but abilities-wise, many of us are probably scraping the barrel. Your call if you want to push on or ethereal bulb your way back to home base or try to find a long rest opportunity out here in the field. We can't take another short rest unless you've got one of those cupcakes or something, which don't count against your daily limit of 2.
Yeah, and if we go all the way back to home base, how long would it take us to get back to this kind of location?
That is a valid question, and one that we brought up last night. Let's head back to the regional map here. The ethereal tunnel, when you use it to head back home, it keeps a wormhole open for a number of hours. Basically, you can get your rest and then use that wormhole to reconnect to the location that you used it from. So that way you don't have to walk all day back to this spot. Because it's only like, I mean, take it this way, like a mile and a half down the road, but it's taken us all frickin' day because it's mostly difficult terrain. Things are contesting us at any given point. So we could ethereal jaunt back to home base, get a long rest, and then in the morning easily reconnect back to this spot right there.
Does anyone have the Leomund's Tiny Hut spell?
I do, but there's a complication with it. With this hand attached to my arm, I don't think it's possible for anyone to rest if they're very near me.
Well, that's a bummer.
The way it feels like Vecna would siphon your energy through, and you just wouldn't get it.
Has
Why
Celeste
would you
even
have
noticed
that?
He has that.
I mean, his withered hand is pretty obvious. I think this is the first time he's actually mentioned the name Vecna, though.
What the heck, man?
That name means nothing to
I was technically asleep. I don't know.
So you like just went to sleep and woke up with the hand of Vecna on your hand?
Well, something was happening back, remember at the mall in November, and I cast Identify to try to figure out what was going on and got sucked into it. And when I came to, my hand was gone and this one was here.
No, I've been missing for quite a long time, so I don't remember any of that.
It's presumed that you were just kind of chilling out at the whatever we were using for a home base between adventures until you found the more permanent home. So Buddy would have been aware in some respect of that. How much is, of course, up to you.
Oh, he would have been baked the entire time.
Totally fine.
I mean,
you
it
got
has
the hand of
its
Vecna
uses.
yesterday, and I'd still probably be like, where did that come from?
It has its uses, but it also has a few downfalls.
Uses. I don't know if I've ever wanted an NPC in a scene more than I do right now. I'm like, I have no outlet.
Well, it would be unsafe to send you away far enough for us to get some sleep. So I guess we probably have to go back.
If the hand makes it impossible for us to sleep, should we not just cut off the hand?
That is a possibility. I'm not sure I would survive.
Let's see.
As far as knowing what the hand is, you can roll an Arcana check.
All right. You gave me advantage on those through Kalis's glasses. Yeah, he knows more than I do.
Let's see what we want to give out here. We do know, at least with that there are the two respective items, the hand and the eye. The history of this say that the lieutenant of Vecna, one named Kas, coveted the spider throne for himself. Or possibly that his own sword seduced him into rebellion. Whatever the reason, Koss brought the Undying King's rule to an end in a terrible battle that left Vecna's tower a heap of ash. Of Vecna, all that remained were one hand and one eye. Grisly artifacts that still seek to work the Whispered One's will in the world, or in this case, the galaxy. The item's hand matches up with her understanding. Mummified, shriveled left extremity. And to her knowledge, to attune to this hand, you have to willingly lop off your own left hand at the wrist and press the artifact against the stump. It then grafts itself to that person's arm, becomes a functioning appendage. If the hand is ever removed, that person is dead.
Oh. Great. I will share that and be like, please don't cut off the hand.
You're also pretty sure that this item is quite corrupting of anyone who it's attached to, and will likely, in pretty short order, by her understanding, twist them to evil.
Now, when you say short order, how short are we talking?
Instantaneous to maybe a few days at most, depending on how resistant they are.
Well, that was crap. So you just woke up and the hand was there. No memory of that.
No, when I try to think on it, the harder I push, the more it hurts, but I can't remember.
No memory of chopping your own hand off. Cool. This is fun.
I don't know if I could be brought back or not, but at some point we may have to try.
Do you feel different? Like, evil at all?
I can tell you that the times that I have used it to cast spells, it has tried to take over my mind.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Celeste is like looking around for whatever time portal is going to just shoot up all of a sudden and take me back to Tuesday Crew, because this is freaking me out.
What if we remove the hand and then cast Revivify on it?
I have a really strong feeling that that wouldn't go well. Just a feeling.
I mean, if you're going to turn totally evil on us...
Is evil a deal breaker for your group of adventurers?
I mean, evil usually means they're trying to kill us, so...
evil is usually bad for any group.
Yes, that's true. You know, I don't like to make moral assumptions about other people. But I am certainly not evil.
The merchant will look back and forth at your dialogue. It would appear that I am not in need at this point. I hope to see you back safe and sound at the mall.
If my character had the knowledge that I have, I would be like, "You're a Yuzan Fong. What do you know about like weird biological magic?"
Yeah, it's definitely valid right there. Unfortunately, most people just kind of looked at her and were like, well, she's something. We don't know what she is, but she seems to have a lot of stuff for sale that we need. So that's cool. And that's really all we've really done. She's one of the few Star Wars integrations that we have at this point. When we did our Act 1 through 3 in 2023-24, Final Fantasy and Star Wars were the most prevalent aspects of the Coalescence. Now here in Act 4, 5, and 6, the zombie apocalypse side is our biggest Coalescence, and then for 7, 8, and 9, we're going to have superheroes as our primary Coalescence.
Okay.
Always a little bit of everything in there. It's just that right now the zombies are the big backdrop, whereas last campaign we had a Star Destroyer as our home base instead of a mall right out here. Like, people were getting beamed up and beamed down. It was a great mechanic for, oh, you can't make it this week? All right, your character gets beamed back up to the base. Hey, we need an extra this week. They'll beam you down into the group.
That is cool.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. That was kind of how our open table format first started, because that's how all this began, was just let's do gaming for everybody regardless of experience level, and scheduling doesn't matter. This is how it originated, was if you can't make it, no big deal, somebody will just fill your seat. But as we became a more solid and sustained community and people wanted more steady gaming, we kind of did away with the scheduling doesn't matter aspect, but bringing people in and out is still rather effective in that respect. You shouldn't trust my rolls. I'm rolling dice.
I know. I don't like it.
Well, let's see. That's an even 30. Okay. Everyone roll an insight check.
Including me?
Yes.
I'll burn an inspo to get the 28 because I want to know for myself.
I like it. All right. What are we looking at here? Good, good, average, very good, good, horrible, and good. Well, all of you can easily even out Nyx's natural 1 right there. We're doing a group check here. We'll take the average, and you guys all did pretty damn good, especially with that 28 being the high point. Yeah, the persistent gloom, it always does its thing as far as thwarting how far you guys can see, but you still do have a general sense of it's daytime, it's nighttime. So at this moment, you can kind of sense that the sun has passed that section of the day, and nightfall has begun. We can expect greater levels of danger likely at this point, and all of our senses and instincts are just kind of telling us that we need to find a place to lay low here pretty quick, because even though we've cleared this section out, nightfall, this is probably their land, and they're probably to be found in greater numbers.
So can I look around and see if there's any place that kind of sticks out as a good hunker down spot?
Well, let's go back. That's entirely up to you all if you want to try to hoof it out here in the wild for the next 8 hours and get your long rest. Got a number of structures here. Again, one of our party is aware of the survivors up here in the storage sheds, but he's also equally aware that they may not be our friends. And probably why they wouldn't be our friends. If they didn't like you killing the zombies, I mean, who knows what their impression might be if they find out you killed the Titan. I mean, the Titan might have been like a fucking god to them. But only one way to really find that out. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, there's a number of buildings here. Just none of them are really secure. All of them have at least a busted window or a busted door even. They'll provide you cover against the elements, but maybe not necessarily against a pack of roving undead that have proven to be able to smell you on the wind.
Can the zombies climb? Could we just go up on a roof and be safe from them?
We've seen some of them that are pretty athletic. Some of them also have a belch attack that allows them to just send a swarm of putrid locusts in your direction, and those things can fly and just kind of pursue you in that kind of fashion.
Okay, so it sounds like roof is not a safe option.
I mean, if you guys want to try and hunker down while I'm still around, I can help keep watch since I don't have to sleep the whole night.
I mean, I don't have an objection to hunkering down someplace for a long rest.
Adolin's going to walk over to Buddy and say, in light of all this, maybe you should carry these, and I will hand you a bag of holding that has our bulbs in it.
And for those not in the know or may have forgotten, we have 3 of these Gossamer bulbs. Technically, we got a 4th one from our recent community challenge. I don't know if if that one ended up in Adolin's possession also. I did tell each table to assign a party member to hold these, but they are very fragile. They were gifted to your groups by the Time Mistress during our downtime event in November-December. These items will open an ethereal tunnel that we were discussing earlier that will allow your group safe passage back to your home base, and likewise the next day back from the home base to your current location in the field. They are the only known guaranteed way of long-distance safe passage. Wednesday, Thursday tables are still more Thursday than Wednesday. Wednesday finally got themselves out of the mire, but they are still discovering the horrible after effects of using a long-range teleport spell in a campaign setting that is in and of itself a literal clash of time and space. Teleport doesn't know where to go. You're just like, I'm gonna go here, and they're like, which there? There's 6 theirs. So, yep, you guys want to find a place here and set up watches, you are welcome to do so. Otherwise, we have at least 4 guaranteed journeys throughout this act to get us back to a location we've already cleared, already defended, already has a half dozen or more NPCs present defending it at any given point. Your call. Or we can just try to push on through the night even. We don't necessarily have to call it a long rest. We're at that time of the day where the sun is set. We're getting a little tired.
Truthfully, a long rest would do me a lot of good. I am pretty low on spell slots. I'm kind of getting them here or there. But I also could work on a couple things equipment-wise to help us out.
All right, let's use one of the balls to go back to the...
Use the ball to go to the mall.
That's right. Just like Cinderella, go into the ball.
All right, so I'm guessing that Buddy took Adolin's bag.
Sure.
All right, and since you're high, and I have personal experience with this, roll a dexterity ability check to see how well you can handle this bulb without destroying its fragility. Yeah, you're fine. All right, the wormhole opens up. Let's just get that set up here real quick. Oh, that's a new upgrade they added here as well. That's cool. Drag to place, alt drag to retain the artist's intended dimensions for the asset. That could be very useful little shortcut going forward. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Out of curiosity, what is the card above your tag on Roll20?
Those are cards from the Deck of Many Things. They are the bad cards. If you've not yet seen the link to our Facebook page, if you're kind enough to go onto our Facebook page and post a favorable review, you can then draw a card from the Deck of Many Things, which will guaranteed be one of the good cards. Deck of Many Things can give you a variety of things from 5,000 gold. It'll give you a Loyal Henchman Knight. Could give you a pretty bitchin' magic item. Could give you 50,000 XP to get a couple levels instantaneously like that. But yeah, the cards that I'm holding are just the bad ones. So on the occasion that people do post a review and I need to have them draw, I've already got it all set up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we've had 42 people post favorable reviews kindly about Role-Playing Unlimited. 100% recommended. Can't imagine that'll always be the case, but we're certainly enjoying it while it is. Much love, friends. Thank you for the kindness on that. Here is our portal, and that's going to lead us back to our home base. We can head to that. We've actually been a while since we've seen this map, but here is the mall that we spent so long clearing out. Of all these assets, a lot of them are way out of date. You guys have long since cleared out all the zombie carcasses. The demon dragon and the time mistress are no longer chilling out over here. But the setting itself is as it should be. A lot of the assets, too, I need to remove from the map, like you guys already went in and scavenged all the goodies from here at the Finest Jewelry Shop. That's where thousands of gold on the party inventory sheet came from. So really, it's just a blast from the past. This is where we spent our 6 weeks of downtime. This is level 1 of the mall. There is a whole other level that we might as well, just for nostalgia's sake, jump over here. And likewise, same deal. A lot of zombie carcasses I just need to clear out. It's not really an imperative thing at this stage of the game. But yeah, this is our home base where we can for sure get a long rest. I will track that on our tracker. You guys are free to click the long rest button, get all of your restoration. Used one of your bulbs for that as well. Got that marked down. And yeah, guaranteed 8 to 10 hours here, basically. Enough to get a long rest, get a solid meal as well before getting back to the wormhole and heading back into the field. That is likely something we will save for next time around before we fully get on to the next map. This is also likely where we will say our farewells to Celeste until the next time extras are needed for a major boss battle or an absence or two at the table. She will be permanently on Tuesdays, of course, for the foreseeable future, and who knows, we may be... Actually, I think we are short tomorrow on Tuesday. It's not 100% confirmed, but Terry has told me that she's pretty sure that she and Brad will not be there tomorrow, so we might be too short tomorrow, in which case I may tag this table and seek an extra or two, in which case your character may just have a little fun jaunt through time and join us over on those adventures for a session or two. Just all kind of how we do things here. We'll start setting our closing ceremonies in progress here. No real need to on that front. We don't need to track initiative for a change. We're not ending in mid-combat, so we'll go back to our start page right here. And there we go. That's 3 down, 21 to go. We'll keep repeating it. 24 sessions in 26 days here as part of our 4-year streamiversary at Role Playing Unlimited. It's been a long time coming. We got a lot of entertainment here for the next few weeks, including 3 more nights in a row. Tuesday night, continuing our adventures in Cringe, Chicago, before Wednesday and Thursday take over in Cyberpunk Waterdeep, a mix of a cyberpunk Japan setting with Forgotten Realms' most famous locale. We'll see what kind of adventures we get into there. One is still coalescing the Clone Wars, as the teleport hijinks on Wednesday unintentionally opened a series of rips admitting a lot of battle droids, a few assassin droids on speeder bike, and one very, very sick and coughing cyborg general, otherwise known as Grievous. Yes, thank you, Grievous. We will see you again this Thursday for that, but first off, Tuesday night, back to Cringe Chicago tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Thanks again, Murderous, for that raid earlier. 5 people. A few of you guys looks like you hung out for the remainder of the stream. Do appreciate that. As you know, friends, there is no RU without you. So stick around. We'll see you tomorrow night. Much love, all. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Night.
Good night. Thanks,
Night,
Tanner.
everybody.
Night.
Good night. Think over whether or not you trust me.
No!
Never seen Louisiana, never lived in old Kentucky. I ain't never been so lucky. Song about the Southland from a Yankee Doodle dandy man. That's America, America. Oh, Susanna, don't cry for me. Read this letter and take the time you need. Dear friends and gentle hearts, the time has come to part. The jig is up now, so lay me down. So when the world gets dark, know I loved you from the start. Listen to the words I sang to you. Listen to the words I sang to you. There was something strange about your voice, letting me know I had no choice. Walking in circles to get home, trying to grasp but now on my own. A heart of stone, you're a stranger to me now. It's like you've never been here, struggling on my own. Oh man, it feels so wrong. Now I spend my day